Junk Jodie! I am so excited to share this video with you all. We are going to be visiting some of Basingstoke's history. This project is in partnership with Basingstoke-born Borough Council and Love Basingstoke Initiative. And this video is all about Jane Austen. We are going to be making a Jane Austen sock puppet. Can you all say hello, Jane? Hello, everyone. Hi, Jane. Now, those of you who don't know, Jane Austen was born in 1775 in Steventon, which is part of Basingstoke-born. Jane's father, George Austen, was the rector at the local church. Some of Jane's most famous novels were Sense and Sensibility.
It isn't what we say or think that defines us, but what we do. Quote, Sense and Sensibility.
Pride and Prejudice, Mansfield Park, and Emma. And back then, women weren't expected to go after careers, but rather to marry someone rich to look after them. So on the covers of Jane's books, instead of saying written by Jane Austen, they stated, by a lady. By a lady. This was probably to avoid criticism. Jane visited Basingstoke on a regular basis. I did. I used to attend dances in the assembly rooms.
I also shopped locally.
It's also known that Jane dined at some Basingstoke inns. You can find a lovely statue of Jane
at the marketplace outside the Willis Museum. I'm very proud of this statue.
You should be, Jane. It's a lovely statue. And in 1801, Jane moved to Bath. And when Jane died in 1817, her brother, Henry Austen, got her final two books, Northanger Abbey and Persuasion, published in her own name. At a time when women weren't expected to have careers, Jane Austen showed bravery by following her dreams and is a role model to all of us. On that note, for this exercise you are going to need Now, if you don't have all of those materials, don't worry, just use what you have, because this exercise is all about having fun and taking part. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, there's so much art and beauty in things that are not perfect. Let's get started.
First, we need to place our sock in the right position. We want the heel part of our sock facing upwards. Then we want to cut our brown wool into 8 pieces, roughly 25 centimetres tall. Now we want to tie our wool around the toe part of our sock. We want to pull it nice and tight. Now we want to take 5 strands of wool in the middle and carefully cut them to make a fringe. Now we want to take our piece of newspaper, scrunch it up in a ball and stuff it up our sock. Now, taking some white card and a pencil, we want to draw Jane's eyes, roughly 2.5 centimetres wide. We will then draw her iris and pupil and eyelids. green colouring pencil, we will colour her iris in. And then we will take a black colouring pencil to colour her pupils. Now taking a ruler, we want to draw Jane's mouth roughly 4.5 centimetres wide. And then colour it red and cut it out. Now we need to fold Jane's mouth in half like this. Then place some PVA glue behind it. Now we want to stick the mouth inside the heel of our sock. I find it easier to do this with my hand inside. When you take your hand out, you can give the mouth a squeeze together and then leave it to dry. Now taking some PVA glue, we want to stick our eyes on. Taking a pink pen, we then want to draw Jane's nose on. Then taking a brown pen, we want to draw her eyebrows on. Taking a peach coloured pen, we then want to draw and colour Jane's lips on, Betty Boop style. Now taking our pink pen again, we want to give Jane some blusher on her cheeks. Now taking a J-cloth, we want to turn it around and draw Jane's dress. I've made Jane's dress 19 centimetres tall and her waistline 6 centimetres wide. Now we want to cut it out. Now we want to bring this dress to life with a dress belt. I'm going to take some white card for this and draw a rectangle 6 centimetres wide and 1 centimetre tall. I'm then going to colour it blue and cut it out. I will now add some PVA glue and stick it on to Jane's dress. Taking some scissors, I will cut it into shape. Now, to finish this fabulous dress, we need to add a front dress panel. You will need some white card for this. We will place the card just under the top part of Jane's dress and draw around the shoulders and the neckline. Now taking a bronze, gold or any colour similar, we want to add some details to this front dress panel. And then we will cut it out and stick it on to Jane's dress. And there you have Jane's wonderful dress. Now we will turn it around, add some PVA glue at the top, and then stick it on to our sock. Now we want to turn our Jane sock puppet around and stick some wool at the back of her head to give her more hair. The final thing to make is Jane's bonnet. Now we want to take some cling film, place it around Jane's head, and seal it at the back. You can add PVA glue underneath to make it stick. We now just need to add the band to Jane's bonnet. We will take some white card, draw a rectangle, colour it blue, and then stick it on. I'm all made.
And there we have it, everyone. Our very own Jane Austen sock puppet. I must say, I'm very excited to see lots of sock puppets that look like me. Yeah, so am I, Jane. Please do share a photo of your Jane Austen sock puppet to my Instagram or my Facebook page, Junk Jodie Arts and Crafts, and also Basingstoke Festival's Instagram or Facebook page, as we would love to see as many Jane Austen sock puppets as possible. And stay tuned for next week, as we will be visiting the history of the Basingstoke Canal. That's all from me for now. Stay safe and I'll see you soon. Bye everyone!